Hello people, this is Exiled. I'm making a quick video response. I don't know which channel I will put this on. I might put it on Lulu the T-Bot because there's some stuff coming up in one of the discords I'm in about a video made in response to progressive liberals video. I'm not going to be addressing Dark Master video because it's just silly. It has nothing to do with pareidolia. Has nothing to do with, Lawrence Krauss, as far as I'm concerned. What it has to do is with this comment by Steve McRae. Okay, so it's over the issue of whether or not Steve McRae ever claimed to have special knowledge and secret information. So we're going to read this comment that was posted 2 months ago under a video made by the Dark Master. And in it, Steve says, "I never bothered to watch Progressive Liberals' video. Now I know why." It's because the Dark Master's video was so good that he doesn't need to watch it. "I have never once claimed of anything that he said," which is bullshit, "nor do I defend do." That's incorrect. It's Earl David Worden. How do I know this? Because Earl David Worden has put a false copyright strike on my video, and that turned out in my favor under fair use. I had Earl David Worden on my show once and had Dr. Lawrence Krauss on my show once. Yes and yes. I talked to Dr. Krauss about the Dr. Stephen Hawking's no boundary proposal and had Earl David Worden on to talk about First Amendment auditing. I have never made any videos defending either of these people, nor have I wasted my time defending either of them, nor ever claimed to have secret evidence. Some troll said that once, and this idiot progressive liberal took it as gospel, and that is why he had no evidence to support this idiotic claim. I had spoken with Earl David Worden, and I keep conversations I have with people private, which I am known for extending to all my guests and friends. That is not a claim that I have secret evidence that some idiot troll claimed it to be. Clearly, progressive liberal doesn't know properly how to validate sources nor claims. His co-host left this idiot progressive liberal because of now he's smearing people, character assassination. Now I know why his co-host left him. You're right, he has fallacies, and I know damn well he has no evidence for his claim that I had some secret evidence or some fucking cheerleader defending either Earl David Worden or Dr. Krauss. I had them on my show once. Here's the thing. Steve had Earl David Worden on his show once. That's right. And he also proceeded to pretend that the people who were trying to warn Steve about his conviction for rape and other things were trolls, were a troll army that was just meant to smear Earl David Worden. Okay, so these are people coming over to Steve. They're from the police auditing community who were basically policing people in their own community. So they were trying to get some points across to Steve, and Steve proceeded to start defending him. Steve claimed at one point that he had familiarity with what these people were trying to warn him about. And then later he claimed that it was something he'd just read on Reddit, which evidence on Reddit I went and looked up, and I saw that they were talking about something else that Earl David Worden had done beyond the 1980s rape conviction. And I had to correct people on Reddit about that. And then I showed a clip of it in one of my videos, in the first video that I made. So this is what Steve said. He never, ever, just some troll said that. Okay. All right. Let's see what some troll said. What did some troll say? This is some troll back in October 2019. So it would be right in the middle of all the drama that was going on Twitter. And no, Steve never defended himself. He let other people do that for him, and they did. They were quite active in trying to come up with every defense in the world for Steve making so many statements about Earl David Worden that turned out to either be untrue or in error, if you want to be considered to be an ethical person. So in other words, Steve called out everybody who supports the Catholic Church as a rape apologist and reprehensible people. Therefore, why are you, Steve McRae, making these arguments in favor of a convicted rapist in the face of tons of evidence that it's actually true? Okay. Here it is. This is Nicholas Suter on Twitter. And I just had this in my file. I clipped it out because I was wondering what it was about, and I've had it ever since. Steve presumably has lots of evidence. He offered to show it to me, said it would change my view. This is one of the rare times when I was offered evidence on the subject, and I declined. So Nick refused to take a look at this supposed evidence that Steve had. He does have something. Whatever it is, he considers it to be quite significant. It's been offered. I can see it anytime I'd like. I have no interest. Again, no interest. Are used to teach law? I don't know. We were contract patterns. The guy's history is, Nick uses speech to text, so I don't know what that means. The guy's history is enough to tell me pretty much everything I need to know. And it should be. And I actually had a phone call with Nick shortly after this about a different matter. And in it, I asked him, what is it? And he said it was sealed court records. Sealed court records. And sealed court records should not be in the hands of Steve McRae. So now that you've gone out of your way to defend Steve McRae and say that he never made claims that he had secret evidence that exonerated Worden, and that some troll made this up on the internet, right? Just like all those trolls that had their comments removed or sternly told to take it somewhere else. It's just drama. Just conduct it on your own channel, which is what Fiona Robertson did. She made her own video providing evidence of what Worden was convicted of. You know, you're just trolls. You're all trolls. You're just making up lies. Steve McRae would never say such a thing. It's just lies. Well, here it is, right from the mouth of Nick Suter, who was at that time very close friends with Steve. So I'm not lying. All right. So I'm sorry, Dark Master. You're going to have to eat your words, I guess, because we don't just go running around making up lies. The bullshit that Steve has been pulling is enough. It's plenty. We got, it's a rich resource of dumb fuckery. Yeah. Resulting in months and months of Cheshire and Reds defending him and even going on modern day debate to defend this idiot. Sorry to have to be the bad bearer of fucking evidence again, but this is it. Have a nice day, people.